Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
You've maxed PT X-ray out, Breaker. Nothing left to do now but enjoy all that good stuff at the top of the tech tree. Nice work.
Precision disassembly activated. Use of thresher to deconstruct basic mechanisms and advanced components will no longer result in material loss.
At last, Breaker. A better way to make relay circuits. If you didn't get around to optimizing things with slabs for your spindles and gearboxes and all the rest of it, you've got a better reason than ever. Amazing work, Breaker. You've maxed this terminal out. Between this, PT X-ray, and the freight elevator, you've done all you can here. And if you haven't even fixed the freight elevator yet, you are my kind of groundbreaker.
Extraterrestrial material detected. Advanced mining drill or upgraded tool required.
Bad plan. That plan sucks. Breaker, you're going to build and place as many mining charges as it takes to blow this wall into the next sector. We need to get to that distress call as soon as possible.
Unknown entity detected. Alert. Full spectrum analysis failure. Caution advised.
What in the world is this thing? It's obviously more than another space rock, but scanning it doesn't return anything in the databank.
I doubt that something of this significance could have escaped us. A central record of it must exist.
I don't know. I would kind of understand if nobody wanted to make a record of this. Doesn't it give you a strange feeling?
I find it unsettling, but I do not sense that we are in any imminent danger. It may be that you have a memory of it that I do not.
No, it's not a memory. It's a feeling.
Very well. Establish a protection zone around this object to prevent any of our machines from coming into contact with it.
Sir, somebody already set one. The zone already exists.
Escape pod access granted. Do not proceed unless authorized.
This doesn't look like the way to an escape pod.
No, it does not.
Alright, this is definitely not an escape pod. Where are we?
Pulse room initialized. Emergency reboot required.
A surveillance and intelligence room. Likely a contingency planned for by Pacific, with access available only to them. The designation of this place as an emergency escape pod seems to have been a deception.
But if there were no escape pods, that means...
The implications are disturbing. But we must press on.
Attention. This is an emergency recording. Speaker identities have been obscured pending executive order of the assembled Nations Council.
The place beneath Sector Victor is not like what we are now calling Sector Zulu does not and could not have been discovered until our survey of Victor was complete. But it has no resources. Apart from some unusual ruins, the first evidence of in Sector Alpha, there is nothing to the expedition. Accordingly, you will undertake into the absence of anything pilot in our logs as an unremarkable mineral survey. What should I file if I do file nothing? I will find you.
Reboot complete. Power levels critical. Establish tap wire circuit to initialize long-range sensors.
I get it. These tap wire things do more than just listen to people. There are also batteries that suck up thermal energy around them to act as a power backup for this equipment.
The long-range sensors that this room promises us could be of great value, Sergeant. I want these tap wires recovered and returned here as soon as possible.
That was Pacific, right? Talking to some groundbreaker they were sending below the sector on some kind of secret solo mission?
The distortion was very heavy, but Pacific and an unknown groundbreaker are most likely. We must gather all of these and return to the pulse room to power it regardless. Do not jump to conclusions.
Tap wire 1. Connecting.
precisely my pattern. The entire expedition became focused distraction.
I know. We had distractions already, and out of time.
If you sealing the entrance, I am more than replacing you with somebody who...
I'm fine. I'll meet you when it's done.
No. When done, we never meet again.
This looks like another one of those eavesdropping bugs we found in the pulse room. We should scan this and bring it back.
Hidden within the structure, it seems. Clever. Disgraceful.
This looks like an area that was used strictly for transit. Conveyor belts, monorail tracks, HVCs, that sort of thing. A lot of effort goes into getting things from A to B. The best groundbreakers don't forget it.
What happened at the monolith was... understand nothing. Countless people believe they hold the answer to it. While time run out.
I thought I was seeing when the monolith activated. I was saw down and felt like about the ruins, the cubes.
Your actions have threatened it when we more than ever. Expedition mean to you.
Everything to me. Please, tell me, fix this.
Maybe it seems odd that we had entire facility blocks for agriculture since our suits automatically fed us, but the rate we burned solid fuel at completely justified it. The scientists tried everything they could think of to get us off solid fuel. I guess some things are meant to be. This must be the monolith we heard about on those tap wire recordings.
Do you have any sense of the relationship between our cubic forms and these structures? The recordings implied it, but I feel nothing.
The monolith creeps me out, but that feels more like a me thing than a cube thing.
Perhaps our cubes are defective.
It's true. I'm a bad cube.
Nobody is monitoring who. Peter, you can speak freely. I want to know. Being Trish, and let me remind you, for their own good.
I'm telling them it was a mistake. I heard that I was imagining things. So I'm at the monolith too.
And what do they say?
I don't think they care. They want it anyways.
I see.
Maybe we should together.
These recordings are increasingly disturbing. It sounds as if this groundbreaker was not merely an agent of Pacific, but placed in some kind of isolation.
So what? Something down there was dangerous. They had a responsibility to tell everyone they could, and they didn't. They went back on it. They were a puppet.
They were under duress. It isn't like you to be unsympathetic for one of your peers, Sergeant.
This is no peer of mine. Actually, I don't remember what this place was for. Maybe there were groundbreakers who had put them together just to have a place of their own. A tent was always good enough for me, but I wouldn't blame you for wanting to build a little home away from home.
How? This route within Sector Zulu.
I told you, I can feel the energy. Now, all I have to do is never have direction.
And emerge someplace convincing enough to...
Everywhere. Eventually.
And if we don't?
Then, sometimes the contingency is you just tell people the truth.
We may have underestimated action, but not as underestimated ours. Their plans to mission to Sector Zulu without us are very impressive, logistically, and perfectly timed detection. A shame. Never considered informant.
All we need. I'll send you a signal. Listen. Me.
I remember having to put an auto shield field up around those cauldron giant plants to keep them from getting chopped down. We realized early on that natural sources of light were worth keeping around. Plenty of room to build factories by cutting into walls. You don't always need to kill the view.
captured. They said they would be.
So, no.
The charges they will face, mission will resume. We will place together, and we will not.
Why? Why would you have to everything away from there?
Because they have confessed to temple already, so we must force them. Artifacts cannot and will not endeavor.
You're going to destroy them.
This was one of the major mining outposts in the sector. Not much left of it, but you can see how we didn't leave an inch of these veins untapped. If Calyx had it, we were taking it.
Contents of Sector Zulu have been sealed and all assets to command.
Not all of them.
Of the secured.
You saw. Nobody is going anywhere.
Both of us know that this is mission when we return to Earth. Command, understand.
Yeah, you will understand the consequences. Because I'm going to do
wires reclaimed. Return to Pulse room for placement.
It seems that Pacific hid agents throughout the expedition, in addition to these listening devices.
Yeah, and it sounds like Groundbreaker and two of those people are going out. Let's get all of these back to the Pulse room.
Tap wire 2. Connecting. Tap wire 3. Connecting. Tap wire 4. Connecting. Tap wire 5. Connecting. Tap wire 6. Connecting. Tap wire 7. Connecting. Tap wire 8. Connecting. Tap wire. Circuit complete. Restoring full power to Pulse room. Automated removal of tap wire vocal distortion initiated. Stand by.
System, you told us these recordings were supposed to remain anonymous.
Earlier statements were aligned with security protocols for unauthorized playback.
In other words, anybody who stumbled across the fact that we were all being spied on by these things would at least think their identities were being protected. But they weren't. Pacific built this room to do whatever they wanted.
Playback ready. Interact with console to begin. Playback initiated.
Beneath Sector Victor, like other places on Calyx, Sergeant. What we are now calling Sector Zulu does not...
Sir, that isn't Pacific. That's... you.
That exists completely outside of my memory. But continue. Your actions have threatened the trust between all of us.
Please, tell me how to fix this. No.
Sergeant.
I would never do any of this. It must be fake. There'll be an imperfection in it somewhere. We just have to keep going. I want to go down there anyways. No.
A shame that they never considered something so simple as an informant. Sergeant, enough! You're going to damage the mechanism.
It was me? I went down there for... I don't even know, and I found the cubes? And you made me lie about whatever they did to me?
I do not fully understand what my own motivations would have been, but it would seem so, yes.
You ordered me to set people up. My own people. They trusted me, and I did it. I would never do that, but I did it.
No. You are being unreasonable with yourself. I can move as effortlessly through this recording as you.
We have enough distractions already, and we're running out of time. I felt like I had to tell everyone about the ruins, the temple, the cubes. You will understand the consequences, because I'm gonna do everything in my power to get us home so you can face them.
You uncovered something powerful in Sector Zulu. Something clearly connected to what we have become. But whatever decisions you made from that moment on, you were trying to protect the expedition and the people in it, even from themselves.
For all the good it did.
And we know now that this was no simple disaster. These cubes were within Calyx long before we were within them.
But what happened to everybody else? And what did you mean when you said that seizing whatever was down there was the only way our mission could still succeed?
Long-range surveillance online. Triangulating on Sector Zulu seizure vault.
I believe we are beginning to find out. Beginning to find out.
Long-range sensor sweep in progress. Estimated time of completion, unknown.
In my experience, the duration of unknown is rarely brief. It may be some time before these sensors are able to locate whatever was seized in Sector Zulu. For now, it would seem that a deciphered playback of all the tab via recordings is available at their respective terminals. They may offer a glimpse of things yet to come. And both the sergeant and myself are capable of muting them for ourselves, should we become uncomfortable. Needless to say, the ramifications of having an insufficient regard for the well-being of those under my command has become something I will need time to reflect upon. I will give no order. The choice is yours. What happened at the monolith was over in a moment. We understand nothing about them. Yet you've made a countless number of people believe they hold the answer to all our problems, while time continues to run out.
I thought everyone else could see what I was seeing when the monolith activated. It was so much like what I saw down in Sector Zulu. I felt like I had to tell everyone about the ruins, the temple, the cubes.
Your actions have threatened the trust between all of us. When we need it more than ever. Does the expedition mean nothing to you?
It means everything to me. Please, tell me how to fix this. It looks like these long-range scanners are looking for more than a bunch of secret relics.
The scans likely include everything that was utilized on the mission as well. Some of these signal sequences appear to be related to piloted mechanical suits. Perhaps environmental conditions in Zulu were far beyond what our regular suits were built to withstand.
Or maybe we just needed help hauling as much alien junk out of Zulu as possible. One of these suit signals looks a little different, though. It seems to have been here in Victor for a year before the rest of them were.
The only reason I can imagine such a suit would have been in Victor prior to then is if someone was audacious enough to believe they personally deserved one and decided to appropriate it for themselves.
Permanently borrowing one of those does sound like something I would have done.
These systems should inform us once a location has been found. Investigating the items seized from Zulu is our top priority. But a fortified construction apparatus that the groundbreaker can utilize will serve us well.
If I stole it once, we might as well steal it again.
Attention. This recording has been deciphered in accordance with the Phoenix Protocol. Playback by unauthorized persons is punishable at the discretion of Command Group Pacific.
The place beneath Sector Victor is not like other places on Calyx, Sergeant. What we are now calling Sector Zulu does not extend for kilometers in every direction, and could not have been discovered until our survey of Victor was complete. But it has no resources. Apart from some unusual ruins, the first evidence of life we've seen since the vaults we found in Sector Alpha, there is nothing of value to the expedition. Accordingly, you will undertake a personal investigation into these ruins to confirm the absence of anything significant within them and file it in our logs as an unremarkable mineral survey.
What should I file if I do find something significant?
File nothing. I will find you. What happened at the monolith was over in a moment. We understand nothing about them. Yet you've made a countless number of people believe they hold the answer to all our problems, while time continues to run out.
I thought everyone else could see what I was seeing when the monolith activated. It was so much like what I saw down in Sector Zulu. I felt like I had to tell everyone about the ruins, the temple, the cubes.
Your actions